Okay, so I'm finally checking in for the day. It is 3:30. Today was supposed to be a snow day, and that was a huge just bust that didn't get any snow. Which I'm kind of bummed about because I thought I was gonna have some help, from like my husband and my sister. But it's okay. I've just had to resort to baby wearing to try to get anything done. We've had a rough day today, lots of just crying and not happy, and just one of those days. He's kind of having trouble. He can use his arms really well and his hands really well now. And he likes to have a pacifier to self-soothe, to go to sleep, and he keeps pulling it out. And so we're constantly in a battle. He pulls it out, we put it back in. He pulls it out, we put it back in. He pulls it out, we put it back. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And we're both kind of just getting fed up with it. He's getting frustrated, we're getting frustrated over this pacifier and kind of regretting. I used to be like, no, I'm never gonna use one. It worked to help him go to sleep, so we used it. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, because he's not putting it back in. But if the only way I can get him to relax is just wearing him, that's what I'll do, because it's awful to see your child just cry and scream. And I would hold him and I would rock him, and he was still fussy this morning. I still don't really know what it was. Well, I do, because he was just so tired. So I ended up swaddling him, and then he fell right asleep. But just a lot of crying today, and just fussy and needy. And I try to, he's in there just like squirming, trying to go to sleep. He's probably like, Mom, shut up. Tried to put him in his like little activity bouncer and his play mat and this and that, and he just wasn't having it today. So it's just been a lot of neediness, which is okay. Speaking of pacifiers though, how did you guys break the pacifier for sleep? I mean, that's really the only time he uses it. He's not really a pacifier baby during the day or to get him to calm down. It's just to get him to go to sleep. But we're struggling, and I would love to break it once he's 6 months. I've read, there's really no benefit for them having a pacifier after 6 months. And I don't want any like dental problems either. So I want to go ahead and start thinking about how we're going to break this habit for him to go to sleep. So if you have any suggestions, please tell me. Please. Okay, I'm sorry that the lighting is so bad. We have the worst lighting in our apartment. It's so yellow, like the walls and the lights. It's just not cute. But he finally went to sleep. Whew. And I was able to I have a load of dishes in the dishwasher, and I was able to throw in some food in the crock pot. So I will show that to you guys. I've never made this before. My husband had it at work, I think last week. Some people made it in an Instant Pot, so I'm making mine in a crock pot just because I don't have an Instant Pot. It's on my like to get list, but it's like chicken and noodles, but he said it's kind of more like a chicken and dumpling consistency. It's like thicker than chicken noodle soup. But obviously it's not chicken noodle soup because it doesn't have celery or carrots. I don't really know what it is. He really wanted me to cook it, so cooking it. I'm gonna show it to you guys and tell you everything that I put in it, and then I will take a picture when it's done and insert that, and I'll leave the recipe below if it's good. It may be awful, I don't know. We're from the South, so we like really like hearty dishes. Probably not something, if you're on a diet, probably not for you. But yeah, it's cold. Like I said, we love rich and hearty dishes. So I'll kind of go over everything that's in it, and then I'll let you know how it tastes. Okay, so here is the crock pot. So there's chicken breasts in the bottom, And I know you can't tell much about this, but I just want to show you. There's chicken breast in the bottom. The recipe calls for either 6 small ones or you can do 4 large ones. I had some really big chicken breasts, so I took 4 large ones, put them on the bottom, salt and peppered them, put a can of cream of chicken and a can of cream of mushroom. So you could also do a can of celery instead of a can of cream of mushroom. My husband likes cream of mushroom. I'm not crazy about it, but he likes it. You're supposed to use, I think, 14.5 ounce cans. Ours are 10.5 ounce. And so I used a whole can of cream of chicken, a whole can cream of mushroom, and I had another can of cream of mushroom on hand, so I used half of that. And then, so you just pour that on, you pour those soups just on top of the chicken. And then you take a whole stick of butter. In the South, we love butter. It's like, you know, Paula Deen, just everybody here loves butter. Take a whole stick of butter, just slice it up. I did like half tablespoons, and you just place it all over the soup. And then you take a whole thing of chicken broth. This isn't the one I used. I used a reduced sodium. My husband got one that wasn't reduced sodium. Luckily I had a reduced sodium one on hand. Anyway, you take a can or, you know, a box of broth, 32 ounces. You pour that on top of it, and then it says take like a bouillon. You can either do the bouillon cube, or you have bouillon, like, you know, in the little canisters that you can scoop out. Sorry, I got cut off. I had a phone call come in. Okay, so you either do a little square of the bouillon cube, or you do, I think, a teaspoon out of the canister that's already, you know, the bouillon. You put that in there with the broth, and you let that cook. It's either on low for 6 hours, high for 4 hours. When there's 2 hours left, you take out the chicken and you shred it, you put it back in, and then you put egg noodles in. It said to get frozen egg noodles. I couldn't find any at my grocery store. I don't know why. So I just got normal egg noodles. So after you put the chicken back in, you'll put the egg noodles in for the last 2 hours, and then you just come back and you consistently stir. So it's pretty easy, quick. My husband swears up and down that it's good. So, like I said, I'll take a picture. I'll let you know if it's good. I do know that it's going to be rich and hearty. So if you're into those kind of meals, this may be a good recipe for you.